Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into a foolproof, step-by-step roadmap to getting your Florida state ID on the very first try. Look, dealing with state bureaucracy can sometimes feel like, trying to navigate a maze blindfolded. But it absolutely doesn't have to be that way. Today, we're going to turn that maze into a straight line. By the time we wrap up, you'll have crystal clear clarity on exactly what you need to do, what to bring, and what to expect. Just think about your daily routine for a second. If you rely on public transit, or maybe you're a recent transplant who just doesn't drive. Or honestly, perhaps you just need a rock-solid official government ID without the whole hassle of a driving test. Well, this explainer is basically your ultimate cheat code for the DMV. An official ID is literally the key to unlocking so many everyday necessities, right? From opening a bank account to boarding a plane. And Florida offers a specific, highly secure identification card just for you, issued straight through the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. So, our agenda for today is simple. 1. Who needs this ID? 2. Gathering your paperwork. 3. Your trip to the DMV. And 4. The Real ID advantage. All right, Section 1. Who needs this ID? Let's check eligibility. If you meet these 3 simple requirements, you are good to go. First up, you've got to be a Florida resident. This isn't for tourists, it's strictly a resident ID. Second, you obviously need an official photo ID. And third, and actually, this is the most important distinction, you do not want or do not currently have a Florida driver's license. You just can't hold both a valid Florida driver's license and a Florida state ID at the same time. It's totally an either-or situation. So check all 3 of those boxes, and you're officially ready for Phase 2. Moving on to Section 2, gathering your paperwork, specifically the required documents. First up on our little packing list, you have to prove who you are at a foundational level. You just need to bring one of the primary documents you see here, a valid U.S. passport or an original U.S. birth certificate. Those are definitely the most common choices. But hey, notice that if you were born abroad or naturalized, things like a certificate of naturalization, certificate of citizenship, or a consular report of birth abroad work perfectly too. Just remember, only one is required, but it absolutely must be the official original document. Seriously, no photocopies allowed. Next up, the state needs to verify your social security number. And again, you only need a single document from this list. Honestly, bringing your actual physical social security card is the most direct route. But if that's tucked away in a safe somewhere, or let's be real, currently lost in a junk drawer, the state actually gives you some great alternatives. A formal tax document like a W-2 form, an SSA 1099, or even a standard pay stub that clearly shows your social security number will absolutely do the trick. Now, here is the absolutely crucial part. When it comes to proving where you live, one document is just not going to cut it. You need 2 separate documents from this list to prove you actually reside at your Florida address. Pay close attention to this because this is literally the #1 reason people get turned away at the door. The good news? You can mix and match. So you could bring a recent electric bill and your current apartment lease, or say a bank statement and a piece of official government mail. They just need to clearly show your name and your current Florida residential address. Finally, we've got a conditional requirement. If your current legal name doesn't perfectly match the name on that primary identity document you packed in Step 1, like your birth certificate, for example, you have to bring the official legal paper trail that links them together. For most folks, this means a marriage certificate. But if you've been divorced or had a court-ordered name change, you're going to need to bring those specific decrees. You are essentially building a paper bridge that proves the person on that birth certificate is the exact same person standing right there at the DMV counter today. Okay, Section 3, your trip to the DMV for the in-person application. Look, I know we live in an era where you can, order groceries, buy a car, and file your taxes entirely from your smartphone while sitting on the couch. But as much as things are digital these days, you absolutely must make this first-time application trip in person. The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles requires this because, well, they're issuing a highly secure document, and they physically need to verify you and your original documents. So make sure you plan your day accordingly. Once you actually arrive at the office, the whole thing builds into a really simple, predictable 4-step process. First, you'll hand over that meticulously organized folder of documents for verification. Second, since this is a photo ID, they'll snap your picture and capture your digital signature right there at the counter. Third, you'll pay your fee. And finally, the best part, you'll walk out with a temporary paper ID in hand while your permanent hard plastic card gets officially mailed to your house. Now, let's talk numbers. Be prepared to pay an application fee that usually runs around $25. Honestly, it's a pretty reasonable price for a piece of ID that's going to last you for years. Just keep in mind, though, some local tax collector offices might add a few small additional service fees, so it's always a smart move to bring just a little extra cash or have a debit card ready to go just to ensure a totally frictionless transaction. Which brings us to Section 4, the Real ID Advantage and Federal Compliance. So the real payoff for this entire trip is that Florida proudly issues Real ID compliant identification cards. You'll actually know it's a real ID because it features this distinct little gold star right up in the upper right corner. So why does that matter to you? Well, because without that star, you're soon going to be unable to board a domestic commercial flight or enter a lot of secure federal facilities. By following this exact process we just outlined, you aren't just proving you live in Florida, you are unlocking seamless domestic air travel and federal building access for years and years to come. To make sure you absolutely avoid that dreadful, frustrating second trip back, go ahead and take out your phone right now and screenshot this quick master checklist. This recaps exactly what you need in that folder before you even walk out the front door. 1 proof of identity. 1 proof of your social security number. Remember, 2 proofs of your Florida address. Any necessary name change documents. And roughly $25 for the fee. Guys, if you have these items checked off, your visit is going to be smooth, fast, and completely stress-free. Now that you have this complete, stress-free breakdown of exactly what to expect, the mystery of the DMV is totally gone. You've got the exact formula for success right here. All that's left is for you to open up that filing cabinet, gather your paperwork, and go conquer that service center with total confidence. Bureaucracy really only wins when you aren't prepared, right? So what other closed doors will finally open for you once you claim your official Florida identity today? Get out there and make it happen. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.